Hi, it's Lesley Fightmaster. Welcome to day 3. And here we go. We're going to start again on our backs. So remember the breath. And let's bring the hands on the ribs again today. Ribs and belly. You can feel the breath inhale and expand those areas. And actually, you can feel it come all the way up into the chest on the inhale. As you exhale, feel the breath empty all the way out, slightly pulling in the belly. Keep that little constriction in the back of the throat for Ujjayi breathing. And just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe today while you're here. We would love for you to join our Fightmaster Yoga community. I'm going to draw the right knee in again, extend the left leg out, and circle the right ankle. So I like to warm up the ankles and the hamstrings. Circle in the other direction. And then extend the right leg up, extend it out, straighten the leg as much as you can. Flex the ankle on the right foot. Continuing that steady breath, allow the shoulder blades again to relax a little. Make sure that you're not creating any tension. We're going to hold the right shin and open the leg to the right side, but instead of letting your left hip roll off the mat, try and keep your left hip grounded down. So as the right leg goes to the right, the left hip pops up, then don't go quite so far. And look over the left shoulder unless it bothers the neck. Breathing here. It's a nice gentle hip opening. And come back to center as you inhale, and on the exhale we'll twist. So take the right leg as far over toward the left side as you can comfortably. It may or may not touch the floor. Look over the right shoulder. And gently try and turn the belly to face up toward the ceiling. And then back through center on your inhale. Now extend the right leg out, draw the left knee in, circle the left ankle in one direction. And reverse. Inhale, left leg up, and reaching it up. Keep the right leg extended, pull the toes back so the right leg's active. Left leg's as straight as it'll go. Keeping a little bend in the knee as needed. And as you continue, your hamstrings will stretch out more and more. But if your leg is straight, pull up on the kneecap, firm the quadricep, the big muscle in the front of the leg. As you're stretching, it's important to also engage the opposing muscles. So if you're stretching the hamstring, you engage the quadricep. Then we'll draw the leg in, hold the shin with the left hand, take the left leg to the left, but keep the right hip pressing down. So if the right hip pops up off the floor, don't go quite so far to the left. Go over the right shoulder, breathing here. So again, the breath is so important. So as we take time to focus on our breath, it helps to relieve stress. Just lengthening and focusing on the breath, which is why yoga is so wonderful for stress relief. So we're starting off our classes a little bit shorter. So come back to center and then we'll twist. Take the knee to the left, look right. We start off with some shorter classes in this 30 days, and eventually they'll start to lengthen. Well, my hope is that by the time you finish these 30 days, if you want to keep practicing every day, you can practice our 90-day yoga fix. So come back to center and flex the ankles, lying on the back, natural curves of the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up and over, keep the ribs and belly in. Draw the hip points up toward the lower ribs. Tailbone reaches toward the heels. Exhale, arms back down. Just remember, only take the arms as high as you can without overarching the back. Inhale, arms reach without letting the ribs pop up. Exhale, arms down. And then bend the knees. Roll to the right. And carefully come up. Press the left hand down. Let your head come up last as you come to seated. And then rolling forward to table position. Wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Inhale, warming up the spine. Bring the chest forward. Lift your chin, lift your tailbone up. Exhale, round the back, chin toward the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, rounding, press away from the floor gently, pull ribs and belly in. Inhale, bringing the chest through. Exhale, and rounding the back. And then coming to neutral, extend the right leg back, toes tucking under. And then we're going to lift that right leg, remember, from the inner thigh. Don't let your back arch like I'm showing. Keep the ribs and belly pulling in. Outer right hip drops down. Don't let it lift. Now this time, drop the belly down though, and lift that left leg up. Drop the outer left hip down. Don't open the hip, drop it down. Reach the right arm forward. Stretch through the arm and the leg, but keep drawing in ribs and belly. Breathing here. It's a little trickier. In fact, sometimes I call this one tricky cat. And then back to table. Once again, right leg back, lift it from the inner thigh, drop the outer hip, left arm reaches forward, left hip pins in towards center. Pull the ribs and belly in strongly. You might start feeling this if you're not already. A lot of muscle in the back and belly needed. Set it down, left leg back, and we'll lift the left leg up, drop the outer left hip down, reaching the right arm forward. Pull the ribs and the belly in. So our yoga practice makes us flexible and strong. So we're going to set all that down and come to child's pose. Hips back toward the heels as much as they will. Reach the arms forward, spread out the fingers. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone up. Exhale, rounding the back. And then tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog, bending the knees. So stretch back as far as you can. And then knees back down, child's pose. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Keep the arms straight. Inhale, back up onto the hands. Chest forward, drop the belly, little back bend. And then start to round the back. Tuck the toes under. Lift off the knees, but keep them bent. Keep your hips way up into the air. Now start to straighten the right leg. Keep the left knee bent and switch. Just going to bicycle your legs. And then take the knees down again to rest in child's pose. So we do downward facing dog a lot. It is a great posture for lengthening the spine, taking away any compression in the vertebrae. So we're going to come back up, bring the chest forward, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, and then tuck the tail, tuck the toes, lift the knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Straighten the legs any amount. But remember, if you're coming forward, then keep the knees bent, keep the hips high, so you're stretching out the spine. So we compress our spine when we're sitting, we're walking, standing, especially running. So downward facing dog is almost like being in traction. So we're going, it actually is like being in traction. We're upside down, it's an inversion, and we're allowing space between each vertebra to get longer, so bigger space. We're gonna walk the hands and feet toward each other, so any way you can. And bend the knees as needed. Now bring your hands to your hip bones with bent knees. With a long spine, come all the way up. So we're not going to round the back, we're going to keep the spine nice and long. We're going to find Tadasana. So this is our blueprint pose for all of our standing poses. Feet are together or hips width apart, but make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. And start to notice your feet and how they feel on the floor. You want to press evenly. So you're going to rock a little back and forth, but press evenly through the base of the big toes, base of the little toes, inner outer heels. Press your thighs back, but then lengthen your tailbone down because we want to keep those natural curves. Pull in the belly, keep the ribs strong, and lift the chest, shoulders up, back, down, and then just let everything soften. Keeping the belly lifted, chin is parallel with the floor. Legs are active. So now each vertebra is stacked on top of the one below. This is the safest position for your skeleton to be in, Tadasana pose. Inhale, palms face up, sweep the arms out, around, and up. Now, just like when we're on the ground, we want to overarch the back, sometimes ribs out. So instead, pull the ribs in, keep lengthening the tailbone. You might take your arms wider or more in front of you so they're not all the way up by the ears. Exhale, arms down. Inhale again. Sweep your arms out, around, and up. As you reach up, make sure your shoulder blades draw down toward the waist a little. We don't want the shoulders bunched up by the ears. Exhale, and arms back down. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up. Reach up tall, straight arms. Don't let the ribs pop out though. Pull the ribs in, reach the tailbone down. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Elbows straight. Exhale, hinge from your hips. So hips will go back as you start to come forward. So forward fold. Your hands may not touch the floor. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. And you might just have your arms hanging off the floor is fine. Or hands on shins. So let's inhale, fingertips to the floor, or hands on shins or thighs to lengthen the spine. This is called Ardha Uttanasana. Then exhale, fold forward any amount, bending the knees as you need to. Hips above the heels if the legs are straight though. Come halfway up again. And now bend the knees. And hands to the floor. We're going to come right back down to the knees. And sit back onto the heels. This is called Vajrasana. If it hurts your knees, don't sit all the way back onto the heels. The knees are about as wide as the hips. Lift up your chest. Lengthen your spine. If this one hurts, sit in a different position. Now take your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right hand on the head, not pulling it, but just resting it there. Extend the left arm out and flex the ankle. We'll stretch out the neck a little. Breathe into the left side of the neck. And then head to center. Exhale, left ear toward left shoulder, left hand on the head, right arm out, flex the wrist. Relax the shoulder blades, keep lifting the chest, make sure the upper back isn't starting to round. Inhale back to center. And now, come right onto our backs again. So make your way down. Right ankle just past the left knee, thread the needle. So remember, you can hold the shin, or you can hold behind the thigh, or you can always keep the left foot on the floor. Check in with the breath and release. Left ankle just past the right knee, flex the ankle. Hold the right leg to the shin behind the thigh, or keep the right foot on the floor. Breathe, nice long breaths. Release. I'm going to take the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop apart. If you have yoga blocks, you can put them on the outsides of your thighs, or you can make fists with your hands and let your legs rest on your fists. So this is called Supta Baddha Konasana. If it is not comfortable for you to be in this position, then either extend your legs straight out, or you can bend the knees and put the feet onto the floor. And now we will extend ourselves, our legs out into Shavasana. So remember, tailbone's going to lengthen to the backs of the knees. If you are comfortable in soles of feet together, knees apart, you can stay there for your Shavasana today. Or there's always bend the knees, feet onto the floor. But most importantly, let everything relax. Quiet mind and quiet body. Shavasana. I'm going to start to reawaken the body. Our quote today, which I should have said earlier, yoga is not a religion. It is a science. Science of well-being, science of youthfulness, science of integrating body, mind, and soul by Amit Ray. Roll to your right side and slowly make your way up to seated. Bring the hands together. Sit up nice and tall in a comfortable position. And hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Let's bring our hands to the heart center so we can be reminded to have clear and loving intentions. And bring the hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communication, sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Visit fightmasteryoga.com and join our mailing list. And we also have a donate button on our website, plus a Amazon link on the front, a little banner. So if you ever shop through Amazon and go through our banner, that really helps us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.